Welcome to southern Thailand. We're actually not too far away from the Malaysian border here. It's very hot, February getting into March. April is going to be a furnace, and after that it will stay hot until about October when the rain starts to appear. Today's subject is white balance. What is white balance? Why is it important? I was looking around my home this morning and there were lots of things that are white. Or they're white according to my brain, but they're actually all different shades of white. Our brain is very good at doing this. It can take all different shades and just call them a generic white. Cameras are not so clever, so cameras need to know what is the real white. If the camera can't get white right, it can't get all the other colours right, and there's going to be a cast. So there's different ways of doing this. Most cameras have an auto white balance feature, so you don't need to do anything, the camera sorts it out. And most of the time it does a pretty good job. There's not many times when I notice a bad cast because of auto white balance. The other way is to calibrate your camera manually each time you use it. And to do this you can use a white card or a grey card. I used to get confused, if we're talking white balance, why a card's grey? And it's because the camera just needs a neutral colour with no cast. And apparently camera manufacturers calibrate their cameras to 18% grey, so that's why it's accurate. Alternatively, you can use something like this. The well-known brand in the West is Expodisc. Now, being in Asia, whatever's available in the West, there's always a cheap alternative in the East. I'm not complaining because most of the time the quality is very good and the price is a lot lower. So with these things, what you do, you put this over the lens and then take a test shot first. Then you go into the custom white balance calibration and then use the shot that you've just taken. And the way these work is that they cut out a lot of visible light. They only leave about 18% visible light. So what you actually get looks like a grey card. And that's an accurate way of calibrating the camera. So my plan today is to do some testing. I'll take a shot using the auto white balance feature on the camera, then recalibrate the custom white balance using this and look at the difference. And also I'll try to colour correct the original photo with the auto white balance using either the white balance adjustment in RAW or the curves or levels adjustment in Photoshop. And we'll see what difference it makes and whether it's worth using one of these things. It's important to remember the sequence of events, but it's not too tricky once you've done it a few times. So at the moment I've got the lens in autofocus mode and the white balance in auto as well. So I'm just going to take a picture of the general scene. My original plan for this was to do it in manual exposure mode, so that the exposure settings stayed the same with each photo and only the white balance readings changed. The problem is it's very bright today. There's clouds moving across the sky all the time. The light keeps changing, so I've just got it in a program mode. So I've taken the picture of the general scene. What I'm going to do now is turn off the autofocus on the lens. That's on manual focus because it can't focus through this. Put this over the lens and then take another shot. Okay, now I'm going to go into the menu system, choose the custom white balance, and then use that shot I've just taken to set the custom white balance. Okay, it asks me for confirmation, then it tells me to go and set the custom white balance. So I've got to go back into the info screen So it's on auto at the moment, so I'm just going to change this to custom. Okay, so now it's on custom white balance. So I'm going to put the lens back in autofocus mode and take another shot. Okay, so those readings were taken reflexively. So what I'm going to do now is do exactly the same thing, but with the camera over there pointing back to the camera position, so I get some incident readings. As I walk away from the microphone, you may lose my voice. I'll be back in a minute. I've taken the shot pointing back. Now I'm going to go back into the menu and then reset the custom white balance using that shot. Which I've now done. Now put the camera back on the tripod. And take another shot. I'll first put it back into autofocus and take another shot. Okay, I'm probably just going to do the same procedure with another couple of subjects, but I won't bore you with that. And the next stage will be to go home, upload the shots and then see what we've got. So I'll join you again when I've done that. Sawdy grab, good morning. I hope this has been useful, but I'll let you draw your own conclusions. What it really depends on is whether you prefer colours that are accurate and realistic, or whether you prefer colours simply because they're more pleasing to the eye. With many things in life, we'd probably opt for accuracy, but that's not necessarily the case with photography. For example, with skin tones, most people prefer a warmer skin tone because it makes the subject look less ghostly. With digital cameras these days, they have very good also white balance features, and there's lots we can do in post-processing to change colours. My general observation is that people don't really like accuracy. It might seem like a strange thing to say, but when I look at images online, I can tell that a lot of contrast and saturation has been applied to make the images look more appealing. So if that's the case, what's the point of going out buying a colour balance panel and making sure that the white balance in camera is as perfect as can be, when in post-processing all you're going to do is bump up the contrast and saturation? There's just no point at all. So as I said, it's really down to personal preference, and it also depends what type of photography you're doing. If you're a professional, for example, and you're doing a clothes catalogue for a company, and the colours in your photographs have to match the colours of the actual product very closely, then obviously white balance is going to be important. If you're just doing general photography and you want pleasing images, it's not going to be that important, so it's probably not worth worrying about.